thunderstorm which we've got. That's that. So long story short, I haven't used it. Nobody couldn't want to help or nothing at all. I just got a job working around it.
I've cut that myself, I'm sorry. Not tomorrow.
Where's the Chinese restaurant?
I don't know, but welcome to the bunker. Hello, welcome. My eyes are going over here. There you are. Hello, welcome to the bunker. I'm James Ford. I'm your host. We're going to start an introduction to the question of 5G. What is 5G? Is for 5G healthy? These are all going to be questions we're asking because it's being implemented in our visible infrastructure, especially here in Staten Island. I mean, I'm going to show you some footage that I took that telephone poles actually broke and cables fell because the weight of these huge, I'm assuming they're fiber optic cables, are so large, and these, whether they're transformers, receivers, I'm not an expert. But even if the microwaves, because 5G, from what I understand, is not just an amped up version of 4G. It's a different frequency called milliliter. And another issue, and again, I may be wrong, but I'm putting this out there for us to ask questions in regard to, as citizens of the United States of America, we should be informed consumers, informed citizens. So these are questions I'm putting out there for all of us. I'm not looking to point fingers or accuse any person, but I would like to make sure our actions are related to the principles of the Constitution. Being said, what is 5G? Did you know that, from what I understand, that it's a federal, now this new technology is going to be regulated, implemented, and overseen by the federal government, and local governments are going to have no say. That means your state sovereignty, your right as a local citizen, is not going to count. I may be wrong, or maybe things have changed from the information I have, but that seems to be. But do you know what it is? Do you know what this is being implemented? We need to talk about it. In the least, it's talking of, is it healthy? It's not even safe as the hardware. The cables hanging, these huge cables and whatever, transformers. I'm going to show you video, and maybe I'll just go to the video and let the words speak. So I'm just, again, I just took this video on the fly, so please pardon the value, the production value, but this is a work in progress. So let me just cut right to it. So, yeah, what is 5G? Do you know, what do you know about it? Do you know it's like, just like you wouldn't park your car in a garage and leave the car running with all your windows and doors closed because you would die, because it's an invisible poison that's being produced by your car. Some are saying that these microwaves, it's radiation, and just because we can't see it doesn't mean that it's not harmful. And there's other implications to this. It's really a military industrialized telecommunication product. And another question is that it puts the telecommunication industry in our lives in a coercive manner. But I think, no, actually, it seems apparent. But we need to question. I could be wrong. So let's question this. Let's look into it. So anyway, watch these videos. So just with the 5G technology, not only is it dangerous to 5G, but I mean, literally the way they're putting up the cables are so heavy. And I'm going to show you here, this is in Staten Island, that the cables took down some old poles because they're so heavy. And with some other video, I'm going to show you just how in Staten Island these cables they're putting up, I mean, some of them are hanging down. I mean, it can't be less than 25 feet. But you'll see here. Here. This whole cable just came down. See, oh, look at this whole thing just tore down. So not only is the 5G itself dangerous, but the infrastructure can't even hold it. So and here's another. These just fell down. And this is all over. See these, look at the size of these cables. The huge cables, and this is just up close. So this is, I mean, you see this run down. I'm hoping this is this is capturing, because I had to pull over and I pulled in an illegal. Well, it's no parking, but I have my hazards on and I double parked. But look, this is just. Now, what if this happens on the city streets? Now, this is just Staten Island itself. This is all, I mean, look at the size of those fiber optic cables, and I'm imagining they're fiber optic, and that's just, now, what do we need? What do we need those cables for, those fiber optic cables? Huge. And another thing, I'm getting another thing. How much electricity is it costing the taxpayer to operate whatever this technology is? I mean, it's got to be, and like, see if you see it, it's where it fell down. So I'm going to put this in the video. I may even make a documentary regarding what is 5G. The suggestion, and I'm asking the question, I'm not making any accusations, but I feel as we as human beings, you know, we are electromagnetic fields. So all this technology is electromagnetic radioactivity, and it's entering our bodies. We just, you know, because it's invisible, you know, we don't think much about it. But it's like, you're a carbon, you know, you don't sit in your car, sit in your garage with the doors closed and your car running, because you're gonna die. And you can't see the fumes, but hold on a second. I just want to see if I'm still recording. So yeah, I'm still recording. So see what may be, and I could be wrong, but from what I understand, people who have looked into this, I'm going to do more research. They're not testing any of this 5G technology, and they're rolling it out. And Staten Island, I think, is one of the here's you could see. I don't know. This camera is not really doesn't have a zoom aspect. Great little camera though, Vivitar. But that's one of the poles that broke. So this thing with this 5G technology is unhealthy, and the problem, and regardless, is that true? I don't know, but the problem is that they've been asked if they have tested it, and they said no. The American people are being volunteered as guinea pigs. Now, there are so many aspects of 5G that are horrendous. And anytime someone tries to sneak something through, obviously there's a problem. And I'm going to make a suggestion is that, you know, the surveillance state we're living in, no one would have knew that they were surveilling, that they're spying on us 24 hours a day if there weren't a few insiders who spoke about it. So the fact is that they did that without asking the people's permission. They have totally put the United States under surveillance without asking our permission. So who knows? And they're doing this, they're putting up all this technology without a permission. Not only is it unsafe, an unsafe radioactive, because the 5G is not just like an amped up version of what was being used on our phones. It's a different, they call it milliliters. And it's radioactive. They say it can affect the membrane of your brain. So, and I mean, it's not even safe to be hung up on the poles that are being put in just in the street. And they're firing this stuff up, and no one knows. So I'm not making any accusations. I'm just questioning, because when something like that I just passed by with poles falling down with cables on it, why is that happening? Why are they putting heavy cables that can't be supported on it? What is 5G technology? Why have they not tested it before they're implementing it? Why are we giving all this power to technological companies that are really global corporations that may not have the American people and American people's interest in mind, and may not give a fuck, pardon my language, may not care about our Constitution? So, I'll leave it at that for now. Take care. But look at this. Look at these cables, how heavy they are. I mean, this is insanity. This is insane. And then it crosses the street, and look at this pole falling right here. And look at this stuff. I mean, just look at this. I mean, this isn't even safe to be hanging like this. So anyway, it's a little example of what's going on. I have more footage of the cables, but I figure, you know what, I'll keep this short just to give you an introduction and give you an idea of what's going on, because I've been in Manhattan and in Brooklyn and Queens, and they don't have, as far as I know, this technology up, these cables up. So I put it in your court. What is 5G technology? Do you know? It's not just a new version of your iPhone. It's not just faster signals, not faster data transfer. There's a lot more involved, and it's a military industrial technology, really. Look into active denial as well. These are group a technology used for groups, but some are suggesting that the 5G can be used on an individual basis covertly. Active denial, which is just the implications. They also, in Cuba, they used directed energy and microwave weapons on American diplomats in the Cuban what's it? It's not the assembly, embassy. And the American diplomats were attacked in Cuba with this type of technology. Is this the intent? I'm not saying that, but any technology could be used for good or bad. So we need to question it. So the question is to you, what is 5G technology? And this is just an introduction, and I'm going to put a little bit more work into this and I'll ask some questions. Okay, take care.